3, 2, 1, fight! Blue flag returns. Assist.
Hey everyone, this is Wonko from ReadyUpRadio.com, and I guess I'm taking over the stream for the grand finale of the CSN playQUAKELIVE European CTF tournament, and it's between Uno and PP, I guess. I haven't actually been following the tournament too much, so I'm not familiar with the team names, although I am familiar with the members and the players and the teams. And surprisingly, it looks like PP is actually taking the lead fairly early on Japanese Castles, the second map in this matchup. And we're at the second round of power-ups. Gerpa has the quad for the red team. And he's pushing it straight away into the blue base and gets railed for his troubles, losing his squad with a fairly significant amount of time left as well. And Fulgor, you know, I saw Fulgor in the CTF tournament on the American side. He was playing with 100 ping, and you know, I was especially watching him in this map. He seems to be really aggressive, and this map really seems to suit his style, although that flag run didn't land in any gaps, or even, you know, he didn't even manage to get out to base, rather than mid. Alright, I'm hoping that everything is alright, because I just woke up like 5 minutes back, literally. So I'm hoping that there are no issues with the stream. If there are, do let me know on the stream chat. And let's look at the lineup. So Gerpa wins the red team. Fulgor heads Baldur in person, who's the only player I've ever seen play on the blue team. Fulgor once again with the flag. He's got a teammate for company who gets taken down. He also had a little bit of health, but the red team just swarmed back in base. But luckily for Fulgor, he spawns right back in the red base, so he should be able to mount a fairly good attack. That's a little bit of damage onto the defender. I suspect that was Q50. So it looks like Q50 and Wins are the defenders of the red team, which makes sense because then Gerpa and Lincoln are going to be attacking. Let's turn player names on so that we can recognize people a lot easier. I'm gonna try and stick as much as possible to the attackers and not stay on the defenders too much. Mostly because I'm biased in favor of attackers in CTF. Lincoln with the flag doesn't have too much health. Wins does get the red power-up though, so he might be able to help. So the blue team actually has both. I'm sorry, the red team actually has both power-ups. Although Lincoln just loses it. Wins might be able to return it, so yeah, he does, and he's, although the region ran out, he does still have, 10 seconds left on the quad. Wow, nice job of avoiding walking into those grenades. So now what Lincoln needs to do, rather Wins needs to do, is just help Gerpa get back. They do have 3 guys forward. Oh, wow, he manages to miss the first round of rails from all the 3 players on the blue team. But in the second round, he just gets taken down.
Defense. Defense.
So let's switch over to Full Gore,
Impressive.
who's going to be attacking the blue team. Does get taken down in mid. And, this is one of those maps where you see sort of mad axis on the map for lots of cross gaps and things like that, lots of intense action, and then just the map settles down and the attackers get taken down in mid a lot. Full Gore making a sort of junk run, doesn't really manage to do any damage onto Q50. So Q50 seems to be the flag def, and I guess Wins is going to be the one who's floating around on the high side, maybe on the courtyard, getting the higher yellows. Which is an interesting strategy. I guess they just feel confident enough in Q50 to leave him in base by himself, because this is one of those maps where, the defender doesn't get to stack up that much in base. There's only just one yellow that's in charge. And Full Gore is staying for his own power-up, gets a regen. Let's see if the other power-up is a quad or a regen. Last time it was a quad for red and regen for blue. And it's the exact same thing again. This is one of the things that I feel like id Software should fix about the map. I don't mind the fact that the power-ups are random, but I do mind the fact that they're not evenly distributed across the teams.
Excellent.
For some reason, I heard somebody else mentioning this as well. The blue team tends to get screwed over with, blue team getting more quads. Either way, the red team is actually taking 3 at a time, but the blue team is wisely back to defend and is able to take them all down eventually. So 1-0 remains the score, which is a little bit surprising to me because typically I see, most of the high skill games on this map tend to be relatively high scoring, and Gerpa is in a really good position to tie this map up. He does have a little bit of health as well. I think there's only one enemy between him and his own base, and nice rocket jump, making sure that he's going to avoid everyone, and he does get the gap. So that is going to be 1-1 with 8 minutes gone. Still plenty of time left. There's almost a minute left to the next round of power-ups. For some reason, my HUD seems to be screwed up. This is weird. I'm just noticing that one of my power-up icons and one of the yellows seem to be overlapping. Now, this is the standard spec HUD, so it's really odd. I didn't fix it. I didn't fix it either. Wow. So I guess there is something wrong with the spec HUD itself.
Red flag return.
Alright, in any case, let's switch off of Q50. Whoops, somebody just got the flag. Find him. He does have a regen though, he doesn't really have much health, and he just gets swarmed by 3 of the blue players. Full Gore with the regen, and once again it looks like the red team has the quad while the blue team has the regen, which is exactly what I was talking about. Full Gore has actually decided with the reason to fall back on defense, which is probably a wise move, but unfortunately for him, he just walks straight into Gerpa, who once again has the flag, and he has a little bit of health as well, so they need to make sure that they move out together. Baldur with a really nice rail, making sure that he gets that flag carrier, but unfortunately Vince is right there to pick it back up, and oh my god, this is... people are playing Ring Around Rosie with the flag. Eventually, Blue Team is able to take it back, maintaining the tied score between these two teams. I don't even know what that means. What Fulgor just said. Falconard. That's nasty. Alright, so it looks like we have a cost cap situation. Fulgor with the flag for the blue team, wins with the flag for the red team. I'm going to stay with Fulgor, who's actually really weak. I'm not entirely sure why he did a rocket jump there, but he didn't have any armor, and he is, wow, he's going to be really, really weak. One rail is going to be enough to take him down, but actually the blue team managed to return the flag, and his teammate not helping him any, shotgunning him off the flag, but they are able to score. So it's 2-1 in favor of the blue team, and Lincoln has the flag. He has a lot of armor too, so he's able to survive one rail, do a rocket jump. Unfortunately, his teams are not able to get to him in time to save him from the 3 other enemies that were trying to get him back up. So that flag is in fact returned. And it looks like we've gone into one of those phases. I guess being 2-1 down, or being down, has forced the red team to play a little bit aggressive now. Although there is still a lot of time left, and one cap difference is nothing. Gerpa getting the regen. I believe the blue perp was a quad. Nice rail with Curson taking
Regeneration.
retaining that regen. That might work. And it looks like the blue team, well, for the moment at least, they seem to be playing slightly more defensive, more classic, two-in-the-box sort of defense. Although Kirsten did venture out into the base for a little while. Now he's back, and they're playing the more classic. One person takes the stair side with the rail, and the other person takes the yellow and watches the low side. And it's a good strategy if you're able to land all the rails with running people just jumping straight into you on the stairs. And also, it's I feel the safer strategy. One of them does get taken down, and actually Kirsten is going to be swarmed by 2 players for blue. So once again, we have both flags being taken, Fulgor being the culprit on the blue side. He's got one teammate for help. He's going to switch over to the low side, the garden side of his own base. Gerpa is going to do the exact same thing, so it's almost like a mirrored flag run. And the power-ups are going to be coming up in about 10-20 seconds, so Gerpa's probably going to stick around this power-up area. He doesn't really need to go back into base. I think him and Q50, what they need to be doing is securing the power-ups, but strangely they seem to have, well, I guess their power-up was slightly later, so they're okay with staying back at the base for a while. Wow. Heads with the regen on the red side. Was trying to put some pressure on the blue power up, but unfortunately he's not able to do so. So now Gerpa is in a very strong position. The red team can actually leave Gerpa alone for a little while. Try to leave him defend for himself. As long as he doesn't stay cooped up in the flag room, he should be fine with the sort of staff he has. But they're not taking any chances. Q50 is still staying with him. Gerpa on 200-100, a stack which you almost never see on this particular map. It might even get to 150 if he doesn't take any damage from the attackers. There you go. Really no pressure from the blue team on Gerpa right now, and it looks like the red flag is about to be returned by Lincoln. No, he's not able to do so. He's actually taken down by shotgun, but the flag here is really, really weak for the blue team. Baldur ending up with it because Kirsten just dropped it off to him with only 35 health, and they've got to be really careful. And he does pick up the yellow, which means that he's reasonably okay, but he doesn't have any help in the base. And he is having someone apply pressure and takes one rail, needs to get out of here, but unfortunately someone's going to run him straight into another player for the blue team. Lincoln able to return it. So they are super tied. Lincoln does have the cap again. Is this going to be a team cap situation? Can the blue team avoid that? And it looks like Q50's back in base. Very, very safe. Let's switch over to Lincoln, who presumably has the flag. No, he doesn't. I guess it just got returned. So things are back to normal. Heads, finally the blue team getting some quads. So things are evening out in the power-up series. And is he going to wait for the yellow, or is he going to try and apply pressure onto the other power-up? Doesn't look like it. Vince picks up the flag. He doesn't have too much health though, and Heads is making his way into the garden area. Nice rail by Heads. So that means that Heads is going to have another 30 seconds to work with the quad. What he needs is some help from teammates, because he can be sure that all the red players are going to be back in base defending against the squad. A nice, really patient play from Heads there. He just needs one teammate to be there to help him to get this flag out. Unfortunately, he's not able to do so and gets taken down. That was really unfortunate. That was the exact moment where the blue team needed to push maybe 3 players into base, and they were not able to do so. Now Lincoln making use of the dying seconds off the quad. Fulgor steals the flag once again, and is he going to be able to get through the mid? This is, that's one of those weird flag runs where there's absolutely no one in mid. Gerpa is able to return it though. He's getting the flag on the other side. Kills Kursan off, and he does have a couple of teammates in the courtyard area.
Red flag.
Let's switch back to Lincoln. Come on! Actually, Vince got the flag dropped off from Lincoln, but the blue team is eventually able to return it. Alright, so once again we're stuck on a defender, so let's switch over. Fulgor on the high side, I guess, is helping his team defend until the next round of power-ups. Remember, the blue power-up is a few seconds early compared to the red power-up. And it looks like the spec cut has actually fixed itself. I really don't know what's going on there, but Lincoln with the flag, he doesn't have too much health, falls back to the yellow on the blue base side, and is trying to juke his opponents. I'm not sure that was an effective strategy. Wins with the quad on the red side, or the blue side, so he's actually stolen the quad on his enemy's side. Doesn't have that much health though. Fulgor again stealing the regen on the red side. And he's gonna fall back to the yellow as well. Gerpa with the flag needs to keep up with his quadded teammate. He cannot afford to stay away from the quad for too long. Fulgor sees the flag on the other side. He's probably going to run straight into the enemy flag carrier. No, but he does run into the courtyard area. This is probably going to be another cap for the red team. And the red team finally, for the first time on this map, has the lead. And you would say they have the lead at the right time on this map, because there's only 2 minutes left. And that means that there's only going to be 1 round of power-ups left as well. We'll have to see how the blue team responds to this challenge. Remember, they are already down 1 map. Certainly this map has been much closer than the previous map. But still, they need to win this if they need to keep hopes alive of not getting swept in this Grand Final series. And wins with the flag. So both flags are outright on. Nice rail by Vince. Looks like the red flag is going to be returned, so is the blue flag. So we have now 30 of the 90 seconds left on this match for blue to make a comeback. They have about 29 seconds left to the blue power up and about 10 seconds more till the red power up. And it certainly looks like the blue team is not panicking and sending all forward on offense. I'm not sure that's a wise decision, to be honest. I think they, well, at the very least, they need to be looking to secure their own power-up and then making a push with all 4 guys together, or perhaps just leaving 1 person back. Looking for a moment is applying a lot of pressure on the blue team and sort of making sure that they're not pushing all 4 on offense. Vince steals the quad on the blue side, but is not able to hold on to it. Fulgor ends up with the flag, with the quad, and he's the right person for the job because he's the one person who's looked really promising in terms of having the flag up. Heads has actually gotten the flag. He's like, oh wow! If only he decided to wait on the courtyard area for help from his power-up carrier, he might have been able to get out. Such though, Fulgor does end up with the flag. He has the squad. He's about 20 seconds away from the end of the map, and that gets shut down, and I suspect, gentlemen, that is going to be a good game. Gerpa has the flag with the quad. He doesn't even need to cap. All he needs to do is hold on to the flag for the next 10-15 seconds, or even less. That is going to be that. So it looks like it looks like the red team is going to be able to get the win on the second map as well. 3-2, much closer game than the last one, and good games called out from all sides. So I'm trying to think, is this a best of 5 or a best of 7? Because if this is a best of 5, we could possibly be looking at the next map being the very last one in this matchup. In any case, guys, as I explained, I just woke up and I was straight into the stream. So let me go ahead and grab myself a drink. Hopefully these guys are going to wait for me to come back before they start the game. I will be right back.
Excellent. Defense. Impressive. Red flag return. Impressive. Red scores. You have the flag. Prepare your team.
Alright, it looks like we're going to be going into the third map in this Grand Finals.
3, 2,
And we're going to be on
1.
WCP5. I don't even know what this map is called in Quake Live. And off the spawns, we're going to follow Fulgor. Blue team narrowly missing out on the red, but they do take the red carrier down. And this is one of those maps where controlling the red is possibly one of the most important things when you're attacking. And it is a little bit difficult to keep, a sustained pressure up on the enemy defense. So controlling that red and having the stack and being able to absorb a little bit of damage is very important as an attacker. You also often see players, teams following strategies where they just leave one person in base for defense and the other person, his sole job is to push out to mid and get that red. Or you could also see tactics where one person stays back in the flag room, possibly near the rail spot, and the other one plays high defense. In either case, the first power up of the map is actually very, very late, and it's going to go to Feeder, who's going to try and get that red armor, but unfortunately he's going to get shafted down by Lincoln and Hazard. So now the red team has both the power up and the red armor. And they're going to be attacking 2 at a time, and the blue team unfortunately has 3 people back, so that regen plus red combination didn't really do them any good. Fulgor ends up with the regen, once again tries to go for the red, but gets shut down immediately. And there seems to be a massive conflict going on for the red right now, and the red team actually has 3 guys forward for attacking, so they're just leaving one person on defense right now, which is presumably 250. And watching Baldur takes Gerba down, he seems to be setting up for the high defense spot. I think he's in fact the only one person in base, so PP certainly seems to be following the leave one person in base, leave the other person in mid, defending the red strategy. I suspect the red team is probably doing the same. It looks like Wins is the person back right now. He's actually got a huge stack, so they might want to switch the other defender to come back and Vince to push out and go for a flag run, especially since there's a lot of time left for the next regen. But they're probably going to play safe, leave Vince back on solo defense and let the other 3 push out. And Vince is setting a trap for the person on the other team that he's just heard enter his base. He's on the low side, and Vince is just waiting for him to reveal his position. He's actually 2 players together, and one of them immediately gets taken down by Vince. The other player is still back, trying to get that flag, but Vince is able to successfully take it down as well, it looks like. And we have 4 seconds to go for the regen or the haste, whichever it turns to be. And it is a haste this time. Lincoln ends up with it. Is he going to wait for the red armor? No, he just drops it off. He's going to wait here, picks up some health, and he's going to make sure that he has enough haste left when he does end up eventually getting that red. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have any help at the red. He is successful in picking it up, but he needs some help and some help from his teammates when he eventually does go into the attack. His teammates are already there helping him out. For some reason, Gerpa decides to take the flag, even though Lincoln had the haste. Although the haste is in fact running out. Lincoln actually runs out ahead and does a lot of damage. Gerpa ending up with the flag, but eventually does get taken down. And that had the looks of a good run. It just I guess there was just a little bit of confusion in who gets the flag and who gets to run out
Red
ahead,
flag returned.
which shut that particular flag run down. Wins is still hugely stacked. It doesn't look like the blue team is able to do any damage on the Wins. So that's only going to feed the red team's confidence, which means that Vince is most likely going to stay on solo D until he gets killed or taken down to like sub 100 armor. And the red team is going to be able to maintain a lot of pressure on the blue team's base if they're able to push in 3 people at a time. Now, having said that, 4 minutes are gone in this map, and he still has not had a cap, so that's certainly an encouraging sign for the blue team. But you know, how long are they going to be able to maintain this defensive shell? That is the question. Looking with the flag, he's got a reasonable amount of health. Doesn't have any armor, but does have some help from his teammates. He's got one teammate down in the lower area right along with him, and another teammate who is up high, dropping down to help him out. Does get taken down, so that flag doesn't go anywhere. Hazard will end up with the flag, and this is just really incessant pressure from the red team, even though they're not getting a lot of good flag runs. Fulgore finally ending up with the ace, but he's going to run into a fully stacked Wins, as I said, and now Lincoln ends up with the ace. He also has a red to his name, so the blue team has to be really careful. They do swarm Lincoln and manage to take him down, so they're fine for the moment, and they're quite happy to sit back on defense with the haste and let it run down, not really make use of it on offense. Frames are dropping just a little bit. So I'm going to quickly restart the stream. It's not